Welcome everyone to episode 2 of our series. So this session is done live. So today you'll experience a transformation in the way you think about AI, CSV, regulation, and if you're new, welcome to the new world of validation. As I mentioned before, I'll be doing around 30 minutes, 15 minutes each. First part will be for CSV professionals, and the second part will be for CSV or QA leaders. Again, there are no slides. I will dictate from some bullet points I have collected, and as well as my experience, as well as things which come to my mind. Okay, so this is a free flow session. Um, so the topic today is how AI is transforming the landscape. And if you want to watch it fast, you can change the speed to 1.25 or 1.5, so that you don't have to, you know, use all 30 minutes. You can finish in 15 minutes or so. So let's start. AI is not replacing the CSV professionals. It is redefining what great looks like. Now, this is not a future statement because, in my experience and the experiences I get to hear from industry thought leaders as well as my students and other professionals who I interact with, this is very exciting time for CSV professionals and CSV leaders. We'll cover all those things in today's podcast. So in the past, your strength came from documentation accuracy, right? How much you are ready for audit and protocol writing speed. But now, through AI orchestration, using these AI tools, you can that can generate, predict, and validate with precision. So you have a assistant which helps you to move faster. So the professionals who are already winning in 2025 and who will win in 2026 are those who will leverage AI to eliminate repetitive work and focus on risk-based intelligence. Okay. Now, one important, I don't know if you have heard about the GMLP. Okay. So in March of 2025, we got a good machine learning practice. So there are 10 fundamentals in that. So I'm going to read that so that if it is new to you, go ahead and go to FDA website, search for GMLP, and you will find that document. So number one, multidisciplinary expertise is leveraged across the entire product lifecycle, meaning AI teams must include not just the data science, but CSV, QA, regulatory, and clinical experts. So you're seeing that it is a comprehensive coverage of all different functionals um, in our life cycle. Number two, good software engineering and security practices are now non-negotiable. AI tools must follow the same rigor as any validated system. Number three, representative data sets. Ensure that the AI was trained on data reflecting real patient populations. Number four, training and test data sets must be independent, which is to focus on avoiding the bias and data leakage. Number five, reference data sets are based on best available methods. Documentation must show how they were chosen. Number six, model design. It aligns with intended use. No general purpose models in critical regulatory use cases. Number seven, human AI team performance is the focus. It's not anymore about human versus AI. It's about human plus AI. Number eight, clinical relevance testing. Performance must be validated under real world clinically relevant conditions. Clear user information. Users must know what AI can and cannot do. And number 10, post market monitoring. AI models must be continuously monitored and retrained responsibly. So these are the principles that define how trustworthy AI validation must operate. Many of these concepts may be new to you, but in the future sessions, we'll be covering these in detail. But it is very important to start listening to this and start familiarizing yourself with these terms because it is new to everyone. So you don't have to be panic if this is not familiar, but start listening and start learning so that when the time comes for you to implement, you're very confident of that. So what I just mentioned is your compass in every project involving automation and AI. Okay. Now, another principle I want to share with you is, you may all have heard about this human in the loop, right? And there is something, another discussion happening around human at the helm. that is the competitive advantage, and I will briefly talk about that too. So the idea is that now there are two philosophies in AI, right? Human in the loop, meaning AI act first, and then you know all the actions, and you validate or approve, or basically you review the actions done by AI. And the second one is human at the helm, meaning you lead and AI assist you, right? So these are the two philosophies using AI. Now, in our industry, which is a regulated industry, um, um, I think it is better we have the human at the helm, because that's where capability grows. That's where autonomy, creativity and excellence come alive. So when AI, you can use AI to take away 3 to 5 hours of your repetitive work every week. That free time, you can use it to do more discovery calls, better proposals, and more client wins. Or engineers and testers can innovate more and not just focus and spend their time on documentation. And the third one is, use that time to do real conversations. Talk to your business, talk to your system owner, talk to the stakeholders. And do more of mentoring and collaboration. So that is how the organization will grow, not not just by checking the outputs, but creating these outcomes. Um, so that's about the two philosophies of AI and human. Now let's move into the part two. This is a section which I will cover, mostly focused on, if you're a CSV leader or QA leader, how you can think and execute to move faster in this AI world. So that for today's topic, we are still focused on the key regulations and the benefits and challenges. So the key regulations impacting AI use are from FDA, the one which I mentioned before, good machine learning practice. So it's very important for anyone who is leading a team to be familiarizing with that practice guidance. And EMA, right? EMA also emphasize on transparency and explainability. So again, two terms which you wanna dive deep into to understand how this can be accomplished in the projects you work. MHRA and WHO also have come up with a few guidelines, so you may want to spend time reading those, which is about AI model lifecycle governance and focusing on bias, which I mentioned before, training and auditability. ISO have come with standards. So there is a ISO 42001 AI management systems. It's a new baseline for risk and performance documentation. You may want to check that out. ICHQ9, as many of us know, integrating risk-based thinking into AI validation decisions. So for leaders, this means your policies must evolve faster than your technology, right? So you have that framework first before you start implementing those technologies. And governance is no longer about documents, it is about the AI. If you're using AI, it is about the AI explainability, audit trails, and ethical accountability. Very important. So what are the benefits of AI integration? Speed, number one, right? And most of us are aware of this, right? You can reduce evaluation life cycle times from anywhere from 40 to 60%, or more than that. Accuracy. AI eliminates human error in documentation generation and traceability. It has been one of the pain points of our industry. Predictability. Risk-based validation becomes data-driven, not subjective. Number four, knowledge management. AI captures expert judgment, transforming the tribal knowledge or the domain knowledge we all have into reusable intelligence. Then scalability. Right? Teams can manage 10x or 5x or 20x more systems with the same headcount. And this is, again, as I mentioned before, happening right now. So if you are not taking advantage of it yet, it is time for you to start looking into that. So these benefits can come only when you adopt the first philosophy, which I mentioned, human at the helm, right? So their leaders can empower the people to direct AI and not just to monitor it. But these do come with certain challenges, right? So let's go through some of these challenges. Number one, over trusting AI outputs without independent verification. We don't want to go there. And second, poorly managed data lineage and unmonitored drift, right? You have to make sure you get consistent results. If not, you will have to look into that. Resistance from departments like QA due to unclear regulatory stance, right? That is still going to be a challenge. So you may want to collaborate more, and that is where these kind of training sessions would help you. skill gap, identify the skill gaps in the validation teams and try to fill that in. And ethical accountability, as I mentioned before, ensuring explainability in every decision. So you want to make sure in every part of the life cycle where you use AI, you are able to explain what each of those nodes or decisions and how the data is trained. So leaders first should focus on creating that kind of safety around the team to experiment and learn, and then have that technical rigor to ensure compliance. So the future of validation, as we know, is not documentation anymore. It is about this orchestration using these tools available to us today. And the best CSV professionals and QA professionals of tomorrow will be the ones who will use AI and not view AI as a threat, but as a teammate. That's it for today. I encourage you to watch this at 1.5x speed because then you'll be able to finish this on 15 minutes. And it will also help you prepare for the bigger transformation that is happening in the regulated industries right now. So stay curious, stay ahead, and I'll see you in the episode